Okay, welcome back to Gillespie High School. We're just seconds away from our second half kickoff after a very first half of entertaining football here at Alumni Field. A scoreless first quarter, but boy, did all heck break loose the second quarter as the Miners scored on the first play of the second quarter. A nice 6-yard pass. Henderson to help, and the 2-point after by Cooper was good, and the Miners jumped out to an 8-0 lead, but unfortunately it didn't last long as Carlinville answered with a 21-yard Miles run at 9:15 of the second quarter. Dunlap with the 2 points, and that tied things up. And then just less than a minute later, a 50-yard fumble recovery return by Dunlap put the Carlinville Cavaliers up 14-8. They missed the point after. Later on in the second quarter, another long run by the Cavaliers, this time a 75-yarder by Gwillem. The point after this time was a kick, and it was good, and that put it 21-8. And now here's the kickoff. We'll turn over to Greg Blevins.
And the Miners kick it off. It goes deep, and a man's broken. He's coming around the right side, and he's still on his feet across the midfield stripe down on the Miners 45. Miles again with the ball.
I'll touch on that last touchdown there in the first half if I can, Greg. With 28 seconds left, Henderson had a 5-yard run. The point after was no good, so that puts us at our current 21-14 score.
Miles has been tearing the Miners up so far tonight, and that is no exception there as he runs that kickoff back into Miner territory to start off. Again, Easterday up underneath the center. They're going to hand it this time reverse the other way, and he's got some running room. He breaks around her outside, but coming in for the Miners. Big play there is, that was Provost, or did I miss a number there?
That was 34, yes it was.
So Provost breaks through the line and tackles the runner. That was Dunlop as he tried to go around the left side, picks up one, bring up a 2nd 9.
That was good play by the Miners defense. Carville ran a real tight formation that time and had misdirection and everything else going on it, but they stayed at home and allowed a 1-yard gain.
Here they go in motion again. This time it's going to go Gwillem up the middle, and the Miners are right there to read it. Hits him at the line of scrimmage. They drop him about 4 yards back, but I think they're going to give him forward progress. Bring up now a 3rd and 9.
Our cameraman just lost his chips there. Somebody came out of the stands and got up and left. I don't know what's going on.
So another big down for the Miners. They need to stop them here. Brings up a 3rd and 9 inside their own territory. Here comes a snap in. They're going to drop back to throw it. He's got a guy. He gets hit 3 or 4 times. And that was going to be Dunlop. He makes the catch. But the Miners are right there to stop him. So it brings up a 4th down now and 9.
Good defense by the Miners on that series following that big Miles kick return. Got him on the Miners side of center field or midfield here, and the Miners held him.
So their ball setting on the 43. The Cavaliers say they're going to kick it away. It better be just a little short kick here. And it is going to be a kick. It's going to bounce and bounce. It's going about to the 10-yard line. It's going to roll inside the 10 down close to the 5. I think they're going to mark it about the 6. But the way Gray's been kicking the ball, he had to be careful there. He's been putting a boot in it. That could have rolled in the end zone very easily and only netted 20 yards on a kick. But instead, he nets 30 yards, 37 yards.
Well, the Miners did a good job there on the first series, adjusting to the quarterback being under center. And now let's see what the offense can do.
They're going to hand it up the middle. A little bit of running room. He's going to pick up about 4 yards. That is going to be to Bursey. Gets it across the 10 out to about the 11. Miners need to do something here to get it out of their own end. Give them some little bit of breathing room. Man in motion. They're going to hand it over to the left side. He's going to pick up about another 2, possibly 3 yards. That is Peterson. Bring up a third down now. 3rd and 4, they're going to call it. This is a huge possession for the Miners. If they can march it down and put it in, it's a whole new ball game.
Big down here, 3rd and 4.
And Henderson's going to keep it up the middle, and he's not going to go very far at all. That's going to bring up a 4th down. He's going to be about 3 yards short. I think the Cavaliers are waiting for that. So the Miners are going to have to kick this one away. They were going to try to draw the Cavaliers off sides. Didn't work. Henderson takes a snap, drops back, puts a foot in it. It's a high kick. It's going to be short. Bounces about the 40. Takes a Cavalier bounce. The Miners come up and touch it at about the 35-yard line.
That bounce picked him up 5 yards.
But it's going to get, okay, I thought the official was going to spot it out here on the 40. That was going to be a very generous spot. So they're going to call it about the 36-yard line. So the Cavaliers are going to start off with great field position. Put a man in motion. They're going to hand it. Oh, they had a hand on him in the backfield, but he didn't go anywhere.
Once again, a Miner ran out of the pile with the football, but the whistle had already blown it dead.
Dunlop went around the left side, got hit at the line of scrimmage, almost got hit in the backfield, squirted away from that tackle and went forward for 1. Bring up now a 2nd and 9. Cavaliers going to try it again. Here Dunlop goes in motion. He's going to drop back. He's going to get hit in the backfield and drop. He's back over the 40-yard line, down to about the 42. That is a huge play. Good play for the Miners. Hunter Vesper and Joe Jansen in on the hit.
That was a big play, bringing up a 3rd. Scoreboard says 15. That looks like more than 5 yards between the down marker and the original marker there. I don't know. We'll call it 7.
Now they go back in the shotgun. They're going to drop back. They're looking. They're going through the air, and they're going to overthrow the intended receiver. He had the Miners' secondary beat, but the ball just floats over the top of his head. I think that was Gray.
Another nice defensive stand there by the Miners, being that where the series started from, the 36-yard line. It's back now to, about the 41.
4th and 15 for the Cavaliers on the Miners' 41. They're going to have to kick this one away again. Snap is good, kick is up, and they call for a fair catch. You're going to let it bounce out of bounds at about the 6-yard line, so here we go again.
Two series by the Cavalier offense and two basically same thing.
It's a good job by Gray putting on the punting chores there. Ball going out inside the 10 both times. So the Miners get another shot at it. We're about halfway through the 3rd quarter. 21-14 is our score. Cavaliers on top of the Miners. Peterson goes in motion. They're going to hand it up the middle. I think that was Cooper, went up the middle. He's going to give him a pickup of about 3, possibly 4, bring up a 2nd and 6. Miners getting their play from their coach. Ready to go again. Henderson takes a snap. He flips it around. Here comes Cooper again. He finds a seam up the middle. He's got enough for a first down up close to the 20-yard line. They're going to mark it at about the 20. One official's foot is right on the 20. And they are going to say it is a first down. McKinney goes in motion. They do not snap it. They're getting reset now. Cooper in the backfield. He moves from the left to the right side of Henderson. Now here comes Halpin in motion. They hand it to him. He's going to try the right side. He's got some room. He broke a tackle. He's going down the sidelines. Cuts back to midfield. 1-9 beat. He's being held. He's still driving. And he's going to get over the 25-yard line. One official is saying he stepped out before the 30. Let's see. Chris Halpin goes to end around the right side, picks up tons of yardage. He fell forward close to the 20-yard line, but I believe an official is going to say he stepped out at about the 30.
They're going to place it right at the 30. He'll give him, I think they said snapped it at the 20. They're going to give him a 50-yard run on the play.
Well, that's not too shabby. Halpin's been kind of quiet here in the second quarter and so far this half until that play. McKinney goes in motion. They're going to hand it up the middle. And that's Cooper. He goes to the left side, picks up several yards, but coming up to make a good defensive play for the Cavaliers is going to be Gray. Nice open field tackle, but Cooper, seeing green grass in front of him, picks up 8 on the play, brings up a second down and 2.
Cooper came up out of that play a little bit lame, but he didn't dare look at the minor bench. He didn't want to come out.
And Henderson keeps it up the middle this time, trying for the first down. I think he's going to get it as he stumbles across the 20-yard line, down around the 18. And it is going to be good enough for a first down. Miners looking much better in this series.
Yeah, excellent drive.
Comes Halpin in motion again. They take the snap. They're going to hand it to Halpin. He's going to try that right side again. Blocked one, or got away from one tackle. Tries to get away from the second one. Doesn't do so, though. He does pick up about 2 yards. They're going to give him one, bring up a 2nd and 9. Garrett Gwillem on the defense for the Cavaliers, making Halpin change his route a little bit. Gave just enough time for the defensive back to come up and stop him. Trips to the left now. Henderson takes the ball. He drops back. He pump fakes once. Pumps fake twice. It's tipped at the line of scrimmage. It falls harmlessly to the ground. That's Gwillem again. Or excuse me, Gray. Gray, 6'2", 190-pound senior. Bring up now 3rd and 9.
Huge third down play here.
Miners go in tight. They send a man in motion. Take the snap. They're going to flip it out to the right side, and it's going to go absolutely nowhere as they try Cooper around the right side. He had some blockers, but 4 Cavaliers come in.
4 white shirts all around him.
So he's going to lose yardage, brings up a 4th and 13. From the Cavaliers' 23. We might as well go for it here. We really don't have much of a kicking game. Henderson takes a snap. He drops back. He drops back. He's rolling. He's rolling. He's pump fakes. He's pump fakes. He gets hit as he throws it, and it's incomplete. He was being chased down by Jay Broom, and Broom hits him as he throws it. The ball goes directly in the ground about 5 yards out, and Miners will turn it over on downs.
That was a golden opportunity there, Greg, following that great run by Halpin there, that 50-yard ramble he had.
I guarantee you everybody here has got their money's worth tonight. So we need another tough defensive stand here. Here comes a man in motion. They're going to hand it to Miles as he goes over to the left side. Picks up about 4, bring up a second now and 6. Excuse me, that's Dunlop. Dunlop again over that left side. He hits the line of scrimmage and gets hit hard. They're going to give him a pickup of about 2, bring up a 3rd down.
Joe Jansen met him head on and put him down.
And we have an injury on the field here.
Miner down.
Looks like a leg cramp. Have to see who that is. That's going to be Cooper. I'm saying a leg cramp because he's laying on his back and everybody was stretching out his leg.
That last offensive series, he came up just a little bit lame after that about a 3-yard pickup on the one play.
Minute 49 to go in the 3rd. 21-14, Cavaliers on top of the Miners. They're looking at a 3rd and 4 right now. Another huge play. Put a man in motion. Here he goes again around the left side. The Miners going to hit him at the line of scrimmage and stop him. See where they spot the ball. It's a pretty generous spot. They're saying it's going to be like 4th and a half a yard.
I didn't see him getting that close to the yard to go marker.
Me neither, but. I think that was a pretty generous spot.
I agree. Well, they're going to measure it even.
And it looks, wait till they stretch it out. Oh, he's only short about a foot. So if it was me, I'd take the chance. You fall forward, you snap the ball. Unless something goofy happens, you get the 1st down. And I believe the Cavaliers are going to go for it. There's a 1:05 left to go in the 3rd quarter. Cavaliers come up underneath center. Like I said, all I need to do is fall forward, put a man in motion, and that's what they do. Easterday goes forward.
I don't know, Greg. I don't know.
But I didn't know about the last spot, Dick, so.
Judging from where the line judge on our side is standing, then you look across to the marker. Depends on whose spot they use.
No sign yet for the officials. They're going to measure again.
Fine job by the interior of the Miners defensive line.
This will be huge. This crowd will go nuts if they're short. I think they're going to get it, though, Dick. It's no.
They missed it.
They missed
by
it.
about 2 inches. What a stand by the Miners front defensive line.
That could be just what the Miners need.
That could be a huge momentum shift right there. Miners need to take advantage of this.
But on the other hand, it's probably right. They generously spotted him 3 yards on the previous play, I think, so. The Miners crowd comes to life. Anderson ready to go, takes a snap, going up the middle, he's going over to the left side. That is DeBersey. He's got plenty of running room. Across the 20, down to about the 15-yard line. No, the 10. He got all the way to the 10-yard line. 38.8 seconds to go into third. First and goal. Let's see where they mark it. If it's on the 11, they get a first down. If it's on the 10, they can't. And they're saying it must be on the 11 so they can get a first down without getting in the end zone. Clock is running, 25 seconds. Takes a snap, and Henderson's going to keep it up the middle. We got a flag in the interior. That's probably going to be a hold against the Miners. Henderson did get the ball up to about the 5, but there it is, going to be a hold against the Miners. So that takes it from a 2nd and 5 to a 1st and 20 now. Clock is running.
Imagine they'll just let this run out and get some instructions to go from there.
I don't know, they're trying to get up underneath center. 4 seconds, 3 seconds, and they do take a snap. Henderson rolls out with him, he's looking, he's keeping it, and we got another flag in the backfield. As time expires, they run it inside the 10, but I'm trying to see what the penalty is going to be. Early indication is some hold. A hold against the Miners again. Still no indication.
Come on, Will. Give somebody else a break.
Hold against the Miners.
Come on, Will. Let the game off,
So now we're looking at a 1st and 36 on the 36-yard line. So the Miners got to run one more play. You can't end the quarter on a penalty. So the Miners looking at a 1st and 36 from the 36 and a half.
2 huge calls there.
And the Miners are just going to hand it up the middle to DeBersey. He gets across the 35-yard line down to about the 34. Bring up a 2nd down now and 34. That will be the end of the 3rd quarter.
the first holding call, center of the line like that could very well have been legitimate. The second one, the quarterback was long gone, and there were just one Miner and one Cavalier in the backfield. I didn't see it.
I didn't see it either. So we got 12 minutes to go in this contest. The Miners trying to stay undefeated. The Cavaliers trying to knock them off and force a potential tie atop the South Central Conference. I believe Miners and Greenville are the only two undefeated teams left in the conference. So the way the standings are now, go ahead, Dick. We were just looking at that.
Yeah, coming in tonight, the Miners and the Greenville Comets are both standing at 5-0, with Carlinville and Staunton both at 4-1. And the rest of the conference, the other 6 teams, they're all under 500.
And Staunton goes to Southwestern, but they're playing that game tomorrow afternoon. Don't know why that is, but they are. Miners take the snap. They're going to try around the right side, and it's going to go nowhere. Picks up maybe a yard, possibly 2 on that. Bring up still a 3rd and a ton.
The Miners can't get a first down, but that put them at the 1-yard line.
Stranger things have happened, but if you're going to get to the 1, you might as well get in the end zone. Take the snap. Henderson's going to roll out. He rolls to his left. He's looking around. He puts the ball in the air. Chris Halpin comes up with the catch at the 20-yard line. A big gain, but it's still going to be 15 yards short of the first down.
Cut a chunk out of it, though. Cut a chunk out of it. We still got the fourth down.
4th and 20 on the 20. As Dick mentioned, they can get a first down if they get to the 1-yard line. Anderson takes the snap, fakes it up the middle. He's going to roll to his right. He puts it in the air. He's got an open man. McKinney catches it in the end zone. McKinney in the corner of the end zone comes up with the catch. 4th and 20. McKinney catches it. What a play. That was beautiful. So that brings the score to 21-20. The Cavaliers on top of the Miners, pending the point after. This is huge, Dick.
Yes,
this is huge. The Miners are in an I backfield. Put McKinney in motion. Now they change the play. He goes back. Henderson takes the snap. He's going to hand it to the second man through. That's McKinney. He's fighting. He's not going to make it. Not going to make it at all. So the Miners are going to stay down 21-20. But way to fight back here.
What a pass that was. He scrambled to his left. He was under pressure. And the receiver, McKinney, was by no means wide open. He had coverage on him, and he put it right in there. Made a good throw, good catch.
Good play, as you mentioned. Henderson rolling around, but also good work on his linemen to keep him free for a little bit, and the backs, your receivers, working out there. Working, and finally getting open. So now the Miners are going to kick it off to the Cavaliers. Hopefully they have another good defensive stance and gets another shot at this. And it's a squib kick, bounces around, and Dunlop's going to get it. He's going to try that right side, right in front of his bench. He gets hit at the 25-yard line. Stays on his feet, gets out to about the 27, and gets out of bounds. So
good coverage there by the Miners.
The Miners are going to have to figure out that they just are not going to run into that guy and knock you down. You need to wrap him up and pull him. He's running over some people. Put a man in motion. Up the middle is Gwillem. He's going to get about 4 yards on the play. Falls over the 30-yard line down to about the 31. Bring up a 2nd down and 6. Cavaliers look like a whole new team after they put their quarterback under center. They had some problem in that first quarter with the shotgun.
The Miners have done a much better job in a quarter and 2 minutes here in the second half, facing it also.
And there we go around the right side again. That is going to be Miles.
Miners' defense was a little bit lost when they first switched to it late in the first half, but they've come out strong this second half, holding them tight.
It's going to bring up a 3rd and 4, another huge down. Go in motion, they're going to try Miles around the other side. He's got some room, he's squirting forward. He's going to have enough for the first down. As he gets over the 35, close to the 40, they're going to mark it about the 39.5 yards.
They first hit him around the 35, but they just couldn't stop him. He kept the legs pumping, kept his momentum going.
He's a big boy, you got to hit him low.
He's a load.
The clock working against the Miners now with 9:28 to go in the game. They're down by 1. They're trying to counter, coming back this way. Joe Jansen gets him and drops him for a deep loss. Back about the, let's see where they spotted him, about the 27-yard line. Jansen comes off of that end and doesn't get fooled at all on the counter play. Drops him for a huge loss, brings up a 2nd and 21. Now they're back in the shotgun formation. They put a man in motion, they take it. They're going to try the counter the other way, and he's all alone out there. But then up comes Mr. Peterson, I believe it is, Blake Peterson. This time, he must have been listening to me. He took his legs out.
Nice play.
He picks up about 8 yards on a play, but still brings up a 3rd and 13. They're back in the shotgun again. Take the snap, they're going to try around the right side. And they're going to hit him before he gets to the 40-yard line, down around the 39. It's going to bring up a 4th and about 11, just under 8 minutes to go. That is huge.
Great defensive stand there by the Miners.
And you know, Dick, Cavaliers haven't done nothing here in the second half. The Miners have shut them down.
Block punt.
Block punt. The Miners are going to get the ball after the block punt. Who comes up with that play but Mr. Nate Dickinson. Miners fans are rowdy now.
Wow.
So the Miners are going to take over from the Cavaliers' 39-yard line. There's a snap. They're going to give it to Peterson. He's got running room around the right side. One guy to beat. He gets past him and gets up too close to the 10-yard line. They're going to say it down about the 11. Plenty of room for a first down.
Great job of cutting that corner.
Don't go anywhere yet, folks. We're right at about the 7-minute mark. Miners trail by 1, 21-20. They're scratching at the door, though. There goes McKinney in motion. No, they're going to keep it to Henderson. He's going to go the other way. He's cutting. He's bubbling. Ball forward. Touchdown, Miners! 26-21. Pending the point after. Nice series for the Miners. You can feel the momentum shift, Dick.
What a huge play that block punt was.
So the Miners take their first lead of the night with 7 minutes to go in the game. They're only up by 5, though. Up the middle with it is Cooper, and he is in the end zone. Makes the score 28-21. The Miners on top of the Cavaliers here at their homecoming 2013 edition.
I paid $3 to get in, Greg. I don't know the last $3 I spent that good.
This is fun and entertaining. Great game so far. Now the Miners need to continue up the intensity, continue to play, make some more defensive stops here.
Just continue what they've done for the last quarter and a half.
Right. As you make a big defensive stop here, you can control the clock. Both teams still have all 3 of their timeouts so far, or still. It's great to be excited, but you still have a lot of football to go, boys.
Looking at Coach DeBrino walking the sidelines. How many has he seen? Of these has he seen over the years?
Yeah, he don't look too excited. He knows. Kick, it's going to bounce, Dunlop takes it. He's trying the middle, looking, cuts to the outside. He's got room. Somebody's got to catch him. He's across midfield and going to get knocked out at about the 48-yard line of the Miners. Great return by Dunlop. So the Cavaliers are going to start off in Miner territory here. No, they're not. They're going
right on the 50-yard line.
He must have stepped out early because he was over the 50 when I thought he went out of bounds. So here we go. Put a man in motion. They're going to hand it over the right side, and he's going to get hit at the line of scrimmage and dropped. Miles has been doing a good job in the first half. The Miners seem to make some adjustment and stop him here in the second. Brings up 2nd and 9. They're going to drop back. He's looking to throw, puts it in the air, and it's picked off by the Miners. The Miners pick the ball off. Brandon Provost comes up with the pick. Easterday's pass is picked off by Provost. Now, the Miners need to control the clock, march this down. They put another one in. This place is going to be mayhem.
Yes, it is.
Goes a man in motion, McKinney. They fake it to him, and up the middle is Henderson. We got a face mask. Henderson's still on his feet. He's gone. He's at the 10, the 5. Touchdown, Miners! We got a face mask penalty. The Miners are going to decline, I'm sure. There's some discussion here. It was obviously a face mask. And it is. The officials looking at Carlinville saying there was a face mask. Miners going to decline it. 34-21. $5:54 to go.
This place has gone crazy. I think
20 unanswered points in the second half so far. So here's another huge play, Dick. They put this in, they're going to be up by 2 scores. They'll be up by 15 points. And he's in there. He's in there. That makes the score 36-21. That is now going to force Carlinville to get at least 1 2-point conversion.
they'll need 2 touchdowns and 2 2-pointers.
Right, basically. Had we missed that and only been up by 14, they could have scored twice and just kicked the field goals. And we know they got a good kicker. So now the Miners, with 5:54 to go, need to just hang on here and eat some clock. The clock is in their favor now. What a homecoming game. The town of Gillespie is going to be rocking tonight if the Miners hold on. Regardless of the outcome, it was one heck of a ball game.
They have shut down the Carlinville offense this second half.
And Greenville is just pounding Pana. Last check I had, it was 49-19. So it's imperative that the Miners do come up with a victory here. Now this will not squash Carlinville's hopes of a playoff bid.
Oh no.
It will squash their hopes of possibly a conference win, but they're well on their way to a playoff. On the other hand, the Miners go 6-0 here. They're almost guaranteed a playoff position, whether they win conference or not.
It looks like they're going to enforce that face mask penalty here on the kickoff. I think that's what the discussion was.
Oh, okay, okay. Now, I don't understand that because either you take the penalty and negate the touchdown or you take the touchdown.
If it had been a dead ball foul, after the whistle.
But they did this last week over in Hillsboro on a pass interference call. They ended up assessing the penalty yards on the kickoff. I don't quite understand it, but I think the Carlinville sidelines is having some discussion with the official. I don't think they think it's right either. But it's going to stand. There's that squib kick. It goes up the middle, and it's going to go in the end zone for a touchback.
Watch out now, boys. The play's over. A little bit of extracurricular going on out there at about the 20-yard line. Don't need anything silly right now, Greg.
No, and I'm not going to call out any names, but there are some minors in there.
There are taking 2 or 3 of each, yeah.
Right, but there was another minor player to come in there, got in his own player's faces and says, back up, come on. We don't need nothing stupid, no dumb penalties here.
As far as the ball getting into the end zone on the kickoff, that's the best thing that could have happened, in my opinion. Just make them start from the 20.
So now the Cavaliers have to start from their own 20. We'll see what they got in their bag of tricks. The last couple of series they haven't had much success. Official signal, we're ready to go. Easterday's back in the shotgun. They put a man in motion. They're going to take it. And here he goes around the right side. He's got a blocker. Blake's 1 tackle, 2 tackles. Gets across the first down marker. Over the 30-yard line. Going to mark him about the 32.
Looking at the scoreboard, Greg, both teams have their full allotment of timeouts left for the next 5:45.
Here they go in motion. They're going to try it the other way. This time they're going up the middle to Quillem, and Quillem's going to get hit hard at the line of scrimmage.
5 minors ended up in the backfield with him.
I think that was Taberzi, got the first shot on him.
They gave him forward progress, a loss of about a yard, it looks like.
It's going to bring up 2nd and 10. Man in motion. Here he goes around the other side again. And some more running room. They're going to pull him down as he gets the 40-yard line. Not enough for a first. It's going to bring up a 3rd down. Let's see where they spot it. Looks like they're going to say it's at the 39-yard line. Bring up a 3rd and 4. It doesn't matter here. The Cavaliers are going to go for it regardless, I think. Again, around the other side, and he's going to squirt forward for the first down as he crosses over the 45-yard line. Miles being the workhorse on this one as he ran the ball 3 times over the right side to pick up the first down. Four and a half minutes to go in the contest. Here he comes. He's coming around the other side. He's got hit in the backfield, and he's going to be pulled down. Provost with the initial hit to slow him up on Dunlop, and he has several minors come up to help him clean it up. Second long now. They're going to drop back and pass. They're looking. They throw it over the head, and we're going to get a penalty.
Once again, that flag came from the umpire.
We're going to get a hold.
Looks like a hold.
So now what do you do? Do you take it and bring up 2nd and 20 or 3rd and 10?
They're going to take him back. The bench wants him to take it back.
There's a whole lot of coaching experience standing on that minor sidelines there.
I took a look at Coach DeBrino again after that last touchdown run by Henderson, and his demeanor didn't change from a few minutes before when things weren't going so good.
So Carlinville deep now to take a snap, going back, looking, and they hit a guy, and we're going to get another flag. I think this one might be roughing the passer, though. The pass was complete. but I think they're going to get the Miners for a roughing the passer call. And they are.
That might come with an automatic first down if I'm thinking right. We'll see here. He's signaling first down.
Well, the official's taking a timeout. One saying it's an automatic first down, the other two are saying no.
There they go, they're moving the stakes. Now I thought that came with an automatic first down. He was signaling from the get-go there.
So with just under 4 minutes, 3:53, it's 1st and 10 and right at the midfield stripe. Cavaliers trailing the Miners 36-21. Easterday back in the shotgun again, takes a snap. He's going to drop back, he's looking, throws it over, and he does have a receiver. He catches the ball, fights his way forward across the 45 down to about the 43-yard line. That is going to be Miles, or excuse me, that is TJ Gray. Brings up a 2nd down. But more importantly, it keeps the clock running. There goes Miles around the right side again. He's got some running room, but then runs out of bounds, but not before he gets the first down and stops the clock. And here we go again. We're right at the 3-minute mark. They hand it up the middle to Gwillem. He's got some room, and then he gets hit as he steps across the 30-yard line down to about the 25. They're going to mark it at the 26.
What's good here, Greg, even though they're driving, it's taking them a while. They are burning precious seconds off that clock.
And Miles goes around the right side again. He's got the first down, but not much more than that. Yeah, this drive is taking a little over 3 minutes now, I believe. I think it was started at 5:50 mark or somewhere in that neighborhood. We're down under 2.5 minutes. There's a snap, he's going to drop back, he's looking, and he throws it incomplete. Easterday tries to go over the middle to Miles. Miles drops the ball, brings up a 2nd and 10 with 2:21 to go in the contest. Now, as we mentioned, both teams have all 3 of their timeouts. As I say that, Carlinville takes one, so now they only have 2. I really don't see Coach Bergini taking a timeout.
No,
two
it'll be something major here if he does.
Well, he's probably out there rallying the troops saying, boys, don't worry about it. Let's go. Stop them. Don't let them get in the end zone. Hold on for 2 more minutes. 2.5 more minutes, and we're done. Last update.
Even if Carlinville would manage to put it in the end zone here, and keep them from making the point after.
Right. Latest update I see here is Greenville 56 over Pana 19. So It looks like Greenville is going to go on their way to a 6-0 season so far. Litchfield defeats Roxana 27-8. That is a final. Hillsboro on top of Vandalia big, 56-28. And we're set to go again. Cavaliers with the ball, drop it back, looking. They throw it over the other side to the right side, and coming up with the catch is going to be Dunlop. He's going to pick up about 5, bring up a 3rd and 5 now.
They had Miles wide to the left that time. That's the first time I've seen him that far out. He was playing split far out to the left.
We're under the 2-minute mark now. They hand it up the middle to Gwillem. Gwillem's going to get hit at the line of scrimmage and drop. Now it's going to be 4th and 5, and the clock is running. This is the ball game right here, Dick.
This is it.
If they don't make it, the Miners could pretty much eat the rest of the game clock. And nothing yet. Miners jump, but they must not have went into neutral zone yet. It's 10 seconds to go on the game clock. They put a man in motion. Easterday's going to drop back, puts the ball in the air, and it's going to be caught. It's going to be caught in the end zone. The Cavaliers put it in. That is Ben Rogers coming up with the catch.
Now this is a big play.
Huge play. Makes the score 36-27. The Miners are up by 9 right now. If they stop this play, Carlinville would have to score twice. So the Cavaliers have to score twice. They got to get a 2-point conversion and an extra point to tie this ball game or to win it. They're going for the 2 here. Easterday takes the snap. He's dropping back. He's looking around, and he gets hit. But he does make the play, and it is caught, but he's going to be short of the end zone. No good. No good. The pass was to Miles on the right side, or excuse me, Dunlop. Dunlop did catch the ball, but he's going to be short of the end zone with 1:10 to go. The Miners 36, Carlinville 27. That's pretty close.
I didn't think he was going to get that pass off.
Maybe
the Miners had good pressure on him.
Well, this game has lived up to everything that it was billed as. And don't go nowhere. 2 weeks from now, Greenville will be here. That is going to be a tough game as well.
Yes, it will. I think Greenville anymore is just basically one of those programs that doesn't rebuild, they just reload.
Yeah, I think so.
Miners need to have guys up front that know how to handle the ball because you know what's coming. They've already tried it 3 or 4 times. 3, I guess.
Yeah, they do. I see Lancaster up there. You have Anderson up there.
Taberzi.
There's Cooper.
Halpin's over right behind the front line. They've got one guy deep. That's, 20?
That's Peterson, I believe. And
Good
Henderson's
job.
going to catch the ball and just fall on it.
Good job by Henderson. Just fell on the football.
So the Miners are going to take over on their own 39-yard lines with 1:08 to go. Carlinville's only got 2 timeouts. So let's see if Coach Bergini tries to get a first down or just makes Carlinville eat their timeouts up. Because Miners take knees here, they can pretty much eat up the entire clock. Henderson's going to keep it up the middle. He doesn't get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe loss of 1, bring up a 2nd down. The clock is continuing to run.
Why aren't they calling a timeout?
I don't know. Brings up a 2nd and 9. We're down around 47 seconds. I figured Carlinville would at least stop the clock.
Yeah.
And make the Miners keep running the ball.
They have 2 left. It wouldn't hurt to let the clock run and lose 5 yards.
We're down to 5 seconds. They take it. And Henderson's going to play it safe, keep the ball. Gets back up to the line of scrimmage, brings up a 3rd down. 22 seconds to go.
They called it now.
So with 19.9 seconds to go, Carlinville takes one of their timeouts. They got 1 left. So in theory here, Dick, the Miners, with a 3rd and 9, they have to do something here.
Yes, otherwise they will have to punt the ball.
Now, granted, they'll probably give Carlinville they're giving them 24 seconds. 23 seconds. We're going to reset the clock here. So if they don't make it here and they go on 4th, or if they don't make it here, and Carlinville calls a timeout, they could potentially get the ball back with 15 seconds in the clock.
And have a lot of pressure on both the center and the punter.
And then throw one of them long passes again and get it in the end zone. Could be a whole different game. Henderson's going to roll out with it. I think he's just going to keep it. And he's going to get the first down.
Game's over.
He's over the first down marker, across the midfield stripe, over the 45,
See,
down
no
to
flags.
the 42.
That did the ball game.
And it didn't matter if the Miners punted the ball away. Carlinville could not score 9 points in 14 seconds.
Correct.
They had to score twice anyway. But it's a lot nicer to be up 36-27 with 5-6 seconds to go in the game. They're not even going to snap the ball. The Miners are going to walk away with a victory on homecoming night, 36-27, and they are going.
What a ball game.
They are now 6-0 on the season.
What a ball game. I don't know what else we could have asked for.
No, that was a great ball game. Good first quarter, all the scoring in the second quarter, and then the Miners come out in the second half, made some adjustments. Well, our score was, what, 21-14 at half?
At the half. Well, let's recap the second half score and see if we can here. Trying to make heads or tails out of my notes. Okay, we started off with a 20-yard pass from Henderson to McKinney. The point after was no good. That still left Carlinville up 21-20. Followed that up with a 13-yard Henderson run. The point after by Taberzi was good. That put GHS up 28-21. Followed that up with a 65-yard Henderson run. Once again, Taberzi punched it over from 2 yards out. That gave the Miners their 36 points. And then Carlinville finished out the scoring with a 15-yard pass to Rogers. The PAT came up short, and that pretty well sewed everything up for the Miners right then and there. That gave us our 36-27 final, and that's how it ended to put the Miners at 6-0. Carlinville slips to 4-2. Now next weekend, the Miners travel to Roxana, who was 1-4 going into tonight's ball game. I believe I heard a while ago they were losing to somebody.
They lost to Litchfield tonight, 27-8.
Okay, they lost to Litchfield. But in a situation like that, the Miners coming off such a huge win, you can't overlook a soul. I don't care if they're playing Eagerville. They can't look them over next week, because following that up, we're right back here at Alumni Field with now 6-0 Greenville.
So it could be very interesting. You could be seeing two 7-0 teams facing off each other with each other here on senior night, or 8-0, right?
8-0.
8-0. Two 8-0 teams. No, they'd be 7-0. That'd be the 8th game. Right, that'd be the 8th game. So they'd be 7-0 coming into here.
Right.
Yeah.
Now next week, according to our schedule here, Greenville is at home entertaining the Staunton Bulldogs.
That could be
so
another.
Who knows what could happen there?
Right, because Staunton is 4-1 right now, and they go to Piasaw Southwestern tomorrow in an afternoon game. So could be very interesting. Could be good.
Well, I don't know about you, Greg, but I got my money's worth.
I got mine.
And I'm sure these fans here on the Gillespie side, Carlinville's did too, if they'll admit it. They got their money's worth. They got a very entertaining ball game.
That was an awesome game, great game. I appreciate all the entertainment they give us.
One more time, we want to thank our cameramen, Quentin Hine and Ricky Meyer. who gave you these great shots tonight. Of course, Mr. Jerry Rosentrader's running the board. And hopefully we'll see you again in 2 weeks from tonight maybe. We might be back, who knows. It could be it's already shaped up to be a great year for Miners football, and it could get even greater. As for now, Greg, I believe we'll just sign off. Hope everybody enjoyed the telecast as much as we enjoyed bringing it to you. Thank you, and good night from Gillespie High School.